Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've come back to a location that came out to when I first picked up the Olympus OM-5 EM1 Mark II. It was snow on the ground, it was cold, and we're at DuPage River Park along Royce Road, along the east branch of the DuPage River in Naperville. And I brought a couple of things out with me today. Brought the EM1 Mark II with the 100 to 400 zoom lens, just in case I see a bird or something. That never want to leave home without a zoom lens. And then I've got the OM-5 Mark II with the 60mm Olympus macro and the IT32 flash on top. And I was going to try to do some, I got a little mini small rig tripod that I'll show you, and I was going to try to do some tripod macro. I've never really done that before. Everything I've ever done in the past has always been handheld, so let's see how it goes. Thanks for joining. So as I get older, I've caught myself bringing the knee pad to kneel on. There's the OM1, the EM1 Mark II. There's the OM-5 Mark II with the IT32 flash on it on the small rig tabletop tripod. Let's see how this works. Got a little yellow flower there. I'm going to make my first subject, and then also right there as well. Set it up. All right, hi there. Okay. Of course, it helps to turn everything on. All right, there's my subject. But I am going to make this zoom out a little bit so you can see me. There we go. I'm going to make this macro lens a 1-to-1, a true 1-to-1. In order to do that, you've got to adjust the hold this up here for you. There's a setting there, a button there on the side where you can adjust the different levels. You can go 0 to 0.4 meters. I'm sorry, 0.4 meters to infinity, 0.19 meters to infinity, 0.19 to 0.4, and then 1-to-1 is that one on the far left. So you have to set that and then focus while it's set. So let's try that. So my phone just went off. Didn't have the camera recording, but just to show a tornado watch for us. So we've got some bad weather coming in the next few hours. So let's get this done, right? So I have not put it in 1-to-1 ratio yet. This is just regular focus, and I know this probably sucks. Kill some of the reflection there. You can kind of see how I'm lined up with it. Let's go ahead and take a shot and see what it looks like. Got the flash on. Let's see, what have I got? I'm at auto ISO. I don't want that. I need to go back to my macro setup that I have pre-programmed in here, which is custom 2. Yes, recall. There we go. 1/125th of a second for shutter speed, f11, and ISO 200, which is the base ISO for this camera. All right, take a shot and see what it looks like. Man, the detail on that's amazing. Sharpness, that's beautiful. All right, I'm going to try to move it up now and do the 1-to-1 macro thing. I'm still kind of learning this lens, and it seems like sometimes you got to focus manually when you're doing the 1-to-1. So once or twice I've got it to go with autofocus. Sometimes you got to shift it into manual focus and do it that way. So let's see what I can do. So we'll flip this switch, put it in 1-to-1 mode, and then generally they say to focus by moving in and out, but I've got it on a tripod, so I don't want to focus that way. I'd like to just focus with the, there we go. Actually, I'm getting the auto to work. Check this out. So this is 1-to-1 macro right here. Again, sorry for the reflection. Put the picture up on the screen. Wow. Okay, there we go. All right, let's readjust here and go after this little white flower that, for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. something very common. Let's ask Google or AI. Let Samsung do some work for us here. Circle it. Garlic mustard, that's it. So these are wild garlic mustard here. I'll make our second macro subject. The wind is going to be the death of this video here, so hopefully it'll calm down just a little bit. I can get a shot in. Put the tripod legs up a little bit. This thing's come in really handy so far for projects just like this. Alright, what do we got? Everything's still on. I didn't turn the camera off, so my settings are still the same. That's a bad thing. I don't know if it's bad or good, but with this OM-5 Mark II, you can set your custom modes up to 3 of them, and then once you shut the camera off, though, it resets. So you got to go in and pull the custom modes up again, or pull the settings up again that you've already preset. All right, garlic mustard. Let's see if this flash will stop this motion. Yes, it will. And let's go back to 1:1 again. Let's see how close we can get to this bad boy. I don't have much working focus distance in this 1:1 mode, and oh my gosh, that thing's moving around. I'm not exactly using my knee pad here. My knee's all dirty. Let's look at this movement from the wind. Maybe let it calm down just a little bit here. Put you right over there. Here we got one. Mother Nature doesn't want us to do macro photography today. At least with flowers that blow in the wind. Calm spell here. Take a shot. Boom. We'll put it up on the screen and let you look at it, see if we are able to stop that motion or not. All right, I've got my next victim here. Got a blue violet here. I don't know if you can see it bouncing in the wind or not, but back off a little bit maybe. I'm gonna set the camera up for it for a macro shot. All right, wish me luck. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's as far down as it'll let me go, unless I go to this side. There we go. Lock that up. Flash is on. Actually caught a little red ant of some kind on there. That's pretty sweet. Didn't even see it until I took the shot. Try to get a little bit closer with the 1:1 setting. Flatten the legs out a little bit. And so, there we go. Gorgeous. So I happened to see this other violet over here with some insects kind of swarming around it. So I thought I'd set the camera up, see if I can grab an insect shot. Kind of got to be prepared in advance for that when you're using rolling a log over when you're using a tripod like this. So let's set up and see what we find. I'm set up, I'm focused. All I gotta do is press the shutter button if the bug lands. Let's be patient and wait for a few minutes here. All right, I'm still waiting for an insect to land on that violet. Nothing so far. I wouldn't land on it either if I saw a big camera and softbox set up by it, or a diffuser, whatever you call it. I was going to show you something here. I mentioned a minute ago, I'm kind of a weather nerd. The National Weather Service, of course, just issued a tornado watch until 11 o'clock. Right now it's Friday, April 17th. I was going to show you the radar. There's a confirmed tornado out west of us right now, about 3 hours, 2 hours west of us. We're going to flip the camera around. I don't have a macro lens with me for this camera, but I hope you can see that pretty clearly. So we're right here by where it says Aurora, right next to Aurora. And if you zoom in here, you've got this thick red tornado warning box over around Freeport, Illinois, which, if I'm not mistaken, was just hit by some bad weather a couple of nights ago. So they're really getting it. And you click on that. This is radar scope. It says tornado observed, considerable threat. A confirmed and large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Lena, or 11 miles northwest of Freeport. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado. It's a life-threatening situation. So if you happen to be watching from out in that area, obviously you won't see this for a few days, but hopefully you made it through unscathed. And gonna get back to my little flower here and see if I can catch an insect landing on the violet. All right, so the insect never did land on the violet, but I did with the violet do some experimenting with this features of this OM-5 Mark II. I did some focus stacking with and without flash on the mini tripod. Makes it easier. They say you can do it handheld, but it's kind of finicky whether or not it accepts the stack or not. As far as focus bracketing, yes, you can do that handheld for sure. The actual stack where it creates the final image in the camera as a JPEG, that's one that's kind of picky about whether or not it'll let you use whatever it did. If there's any movement at all or anything like that from the wind, it'll error out and won't give you the JPEG. All right, I just saw a bee over here, maybe the first one of the season. I'm gonna try to get it. Day late, $1 short. Oh, there's a little bug or something out here. I'll try to catch her. Is that an ant? What's this? I think it's a spider, actually. I'm not sure, though. This thing. Actually, take it off the tripod. Do some hand holding here. I'm curious about this now. Yeah, it is a tiny little spider of some sort. It's about as sharp as I can get it. Kind of a cutie, though. We'll leave him alone. Life size, he's smaller than a BB. All right. Let's roam around, see what else we can find before the storm comes. There's another tiny little bug here on one of these leaves I'm going to try to grab for you. Let's see what I can do. All right, some kind of little beetle there. Didn't get the sharpest picture of him, and then some kind of little fly. Picture didn't turn out too bad. Okay, after shooting for, I don't know, a week or two with the OM-5 Mark II and my old EM-1 Mark II, I've come to a conclusion, but it's not a pretty one. I need an OM-1 or an OM-1 Mark II. I'll tell you why. The OM-5 Mark II is a really neat camera. It's tiny. Be fantastic for travel and street photography. I take it pretty much everywhere. It's kind of they talk about everyday carry. That's kind of the one I throw in my console when I'm taking off somewhere. Always got it with me, and it takes fantastic photos. But what I have figured out is the autofocus isn't quite as fast as maybe I would like it to be for detailed shots when things might move real quickly, like in a macro setting. So It's not ideal for macro. The other drawback with it that I figured out is it doesn't have the same processing power. Even my 10-year-old EM-1 Mark II, I think, has more processing power for like the flash. When you do like focus bracketing with flash, the OM-5 Mark II can't keep up. You have to do like at least a half a second space in between the flashes. It doesn't matter what flash you're using. It could be the most powerful flash in the world, but the camera just can't keep up with processing it. So not ideal for focus stacks with using flash. It works, just maybe not all 8 shots. Maybe you got to do 3 or 4 shots or something like that. So the OM-5 Mark II, obviously it's not a pocket camera. It's not the price of a pocket camera. It's not a professional camera. It's only got 1 card slot, so it's not something you're going to take to a wedding. Like I said, walk around town, vacation, take that camera and a couple of lenses, and you've got pretty much everything you need for photography on a trip. And the video is amazing. I had a request on one of my previous videos to throw up some different video from the camera, which I'll do here in a day or two. So he can kind of analyze that. It sounds like maybe he was thinking about buying the camera as well. I love it. I'd buy it again. I wouldn't want it to be my only shooter. And this EM-1 Mark II is a little bit slow, a little bit old. It takes fantastic photos, but I'm itching for the flagship. So we'll see. I don't know if I can find one used for a good price. Maybe I'll pick one up. All right, at this point, I'll just throw up a slideshow of the rest of the stuff that I found rather than talk about every one of them. If you have any questions about them, or if you know anything about them that I don't, throw it in the comments. If you see something rare, something interesting. A lot of bugs out already, a lot of insects, a lot of those little baby spiders I think are cute. Got to do some experimenting with the OM-5 Mark II, practice a little bit with focus bracketing, and I guess that's it. Beautiful day, beautiful spring day, late April 2026 at DuPage River Park. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.